Hey, hey, crunch time, hey, crunch time, yeah, crunch time, sports show on CTV, every Monday night, the latest sports news and highlights, oh my God, boy, he got the six, oh my God, boy, that boy on top, sip the water.
It's amazing it hasn't popped up yet.
Yo, we live, baby. Go ahead and share.
Wagwan.
Wow, I gotta get you. Oh wait,
Right.
I didn't do it.
All right.
Share all the groups.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let me try something real quick. Hold on here.
Everybody, come on in.
Yep.
What's happening? What's up?
What's the word, man?
What you gonna do when Crunch Time running wild on you? Oh, the Baltimore Ravens just released their kicker, Justin Tucker.
Oh,
Not Tuck, bro.
Yeah,
Tuck
I
gone.
wanna go.
Tuck, bro.
The end of an era, man.
Yeah, I mean,
The end of an
I
era.
think he made.
That boy started sucking, man.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
I'm being
did.
honest.
He did. He started being trash.
Damn,
Yeah.
Tuck.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Damn, Tuck.
Yeah. That's the game, big dog.
Justin Tucker been there for a long time.
He has.
Nah, that's a fact.
He has.
He
He
had been
has.
there for a
And he
minute,
been
bro.
legit for a minute too.
Yeah.
Used to be hell, not years ago was the gold standard for kickers, bro.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You used to put Tuck on the field and know what was going in.
Yep.
That's a fact.
Mm-hmm. You know,
Damn,
hey,
Tuck.
he had a hell of a career. I think he Hall of Famer for sure. I don't
Yeah,
think there's no
easy.
denying that.
Yeah.
Easy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he'd go
and I
like
don't think it need to be no second and third ballot either.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. First ballot Hall of Fame.
Yeah, get it right the first time, Jax.
Yes, sir. Hey, if you in here, please share, like, love the status.
Subscribe.
Yeah, subscribe. Let everybody
All of the
know.
above.
Yeah, let everybody know that we in the building. We on the internet, and the only way to tweak the algorithm is they know we here. So you got to be active in the chat. You know what I'm saying? Hit the like button, all that stuff. Y'all know how this work, man.
Oh.
Y'all know how it work.
Justin Tucker was in the league. He got in as an undrafted free agent in 2012. 13 seasons.
That's a good career. I mean, somebody gonna pick him up though. They ain't gonna let him. I mean,
even if he wanted to retire after 13 years, bro, that's a great.
I ain't gonna lie. I'll be wondering, like, nigga, you ain't tired of.
My man said, I don't want to mispronounce the name, bro. He said, congrats on a new podcast. Okay. That's such an amazing milestone. I love learning from other authors. Quick question: how do you usually connect with the readers after a launch? Do you plan it out or you go with the flow? Would love to hear your approach. Well, I mean, if you in the chat, you'll hear how we approach topics and stuff like that. That's something we had to talk to you about, kind of like off the podcast.
Yeah,
but we appreciate it, man. We ain't really new though. We've been here for a little minute.
But if it's new to you,
yeah,
welcome.
it's new to you. Hey, welcome, man.
We appreciate it. Yeah,
feel
welcome,
free.
though, fam.
Yeah.
Make sure you like, share, and subscribe.
Yeah, hit it. You gotta hit
Please,
the DM, man. We'll talk to you. If you're new, if
if
you trying to get on, code, that's what we do. We put people on, even though they don't put us on all the time, but we put people on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. So, and everybody read the y'all probably see this in the playback if you're not here right now. But excuse me. Shay Our brother will no longer be with Crunch Time anymore. He's helped us reach where we are right now, and we've gained a lot, with Shay from basically breaking ground from pretty much everything he's done. He's been in every single business move, conversation up to this point. So like he'll always be what you call, we basically I give him a gold jacket because he was here when it started, you know what I'm saying? So shout out to my boy Shay. But right here is what you're looking at. This right here is Crunch Time from here going forward. But like I said, Shay, we gonna miss you on the pod, big dog.
Yes, sir.
Chopping it up about them sorry Bulls and the 49ers. You know what I'm saying? Live. I know you're gonna be in the chat, but I'm talking about live. I mean, we gonna be in the chat.
Right.
But yeah, but that's where we at right now, man. This is Crunch Time right here. This is us fully staffed, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Let's get it. What up, Nita?
And I will say big shout out to Shay, man, because it was his idea to put me on with the jump. I came on as a guest, like what, third episode?
Yep.
And I ain't never leave.
Mhm.
So, you know what I'm saying? Big shout out there. Well, without further ado, guys, let's go ahead and get down to it. Welcome to Crunch Time Sports Podcast. It's me, that guy Steve, my brother beside me,
Yes,
Mr.
sir.
Knock It Off himself,
Yep.
Trace.
Yep.
And then over there, we got
Not so corporate mode.
Yeah.
What's that?
Black Air Forces, so watch your mouth.
Yeah,
Please.
ready for a fight.
Be cool.
Be careful.
Cool. Everybody chill out.
Tread lightly.
You know
Right.
what I mean?
You know, his Draymond.
I'm ready to choke a nigga.
Be
shout
careful.
out, yeah, shout out Contagious Creations as always. We appreciate you, and definitely shout out ZTV Online.
Mhm.
If you haven't already, make sure you go check out their website and check out all the other great podcasts and other platform, other things that are up there on the website as well.
You doing a giveaway? He doing a giveaway? I don't got all the
He is
details.
doing a
He's
giveaway.
doing the giveaway. He
Yeah,
told us
yeah,
about it.
he did.
He's doing the giveaway, and we 100% sure are gonna back it because that's my guy.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
That's my guy. We have more details coming up.
Mhm. So let's get right into it, man. Texas's college football NIL budget is reportedly sits between $35-40 million ahead of the 2025 season. What are your thoughts on that, Drace?
First of all, that's a ridiculous number.
That's crazy.
Because everybody thought Ohio State $20 million NIL
Was
roster
crazy.
was ridiculous,
Mhm.
me included. I think they're getting ahead of it to try to get the upper leg as far as the college football landscape. I think they're doing a good job. The NIL wanted to play this game. College football wanted to play this game. So they just, they taking it and they pretty much they running with it. I don't know if you ever seen a college when the recruits come in, they park Lamborghinis in front before you go through the building. Burnt orange Lamborghinis. Like they doing stuff that's crazy. They about to be one level below the Cowboys, bro.
That's same word,
They-
bro.
Might be the best team in Texas, not too.
Yeah. So I mean, shout out to them. This not gonna be the last report you hear because we know, it's a copycat. You got to have a lot of boosters that have that much money, but it's other schools that's gonna start getting close to that number. And I think it's good for the sport. It puts more money in the sport. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. It don't mean you're gonna win, but I mean, Ohio State just did it and they won.
So one.
Yeah.
So
Got the case.
That's the blueprint. Don't change it. If they ain't broke, don't fix it. What you think, Mo?
Yeah, I'm in lockstep with you, bro.
What's up, now?
This is what it is now. I think your Texas, your Texas A&M, your Georgia, places like that. Your LSU's when they're going to have a lot of money, they're going to get to the place where they're doing this like all the time. You know what I mean? And I can't necessarily blame them. There's no guidance to say that you can't. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's really no guidance to say that you can't do that. When you targeting, like, just call it what it is, inner city, black youth,
Yeah.
they trying to get to the bag. And,
Right.
there's
That's
no
the way to
guarantee
do
that any of these brothers that get the bag now are going to the NFL.
Correct.
So there's no guarantee they could have a catastrophic injury or anything.
Right. Let me ask you a question, bro. And I know this gonna sound crazy because I am a Texas Longhorn fan, diehard, but I got to be fair. Does this put us back in the disadvantage that we were before NIL came along? Because it seemed like we kind of going that way.
Yeah.
So this is telling me
because cats was going to school. Yeah,
they were saying that all the big schools was getting all the big recruits, and the guys in the middle couldn't compete because when you have 15 5 stars on the roster, at some point, I know coaching is a big thing, but at some point, bro, if my players just straight up just better than yours, if I got 5 and 6 first rounders, bro, and you don't, I mean, at some point, a lot of times it's just gonna take over, man. Talent gonna take over, bro. A lot of times, it's gonna show right. So I kind of think if we spinning the block and getting back to what we were before NIL, but I don't know how to fix it. Whatever system you put in place, whoever got the boosters gonna find a way to get around.
It's been like that, right? USC and them been.
Let's go to something else. Let's call it PIO. It don't matter. If you change the rules, they're gonna say, "Oh, this the rules. All right, boosters." Right. Now, what can you do to help me get around this? Because I still got about 25 stars that I need to go recruit and bring them over here. So what y'all gonna do to help?
They're gonna definitely find a way. Yeah, facts. Yeah. That's a fact.
Yeah,
that's a fact. So let's talk about this card that happened. This boxing card that happened over the weekend. If you didn't know, it was a few good fights out there. On paper, there were a few good fights out there.
Yeah,
straighten it up.
Very mid.
On paper, per the card, the fights that were set were supposed to be good fights. From what I saw, the only fight that was somewhat entertaining was the boy Teofimo.
Yep. Agreed.
And even with that, I feel like he was making a mockery of his opponent
Barboza
on the floor. Yeah, he was making a mockery on the way that he was dodging and stuff like that. He was showboating out there.
Yeah, he was.
With that being said, Ryan Garcia lost to Rolly Romero. And does this shatter the plans for a rematch with Devin Haney?
Can I just
go ahead.
Because I know you're gonna spin.
Yeah, go ahead.
In my opinion, no. As a casual, neither one of them look good enough to be like, yo, I'm not gonna fight the others.
Right.
Facts.
Like neither one of those look like, oh my God, this guy's gonna watch this other guy.
Right.
Like, no, if anything, I think it's gonna be mid. But the way that both of them look, I think it's gonna be a very trash outing, and I don't know if we should pay for it.
You talking about them two fighting?
Yeah.
I disagree.
I don't think it's gonna be a good fight.
Based on it's bad blood.
Based on how both fighters look, though.
Yeah, but
they don't look like, neither one of them look like they was in great shape. Neither one of them look like they're gonna stand in and deliver punches. Something that's gonna be exciting enough for us to sit there and stay tuned and not want to go home.
Right. I think the blood is bad between them two. I think it really is. I think if they fight, it's still gonna be must-see TV, because what make us want to watch is how they bring the story together. You know what I'm saying? He thought he was cheating. He said he ended his career. He's saying he's not a real fighter because he sued. You know what I'm saying? And all this type of stuff. He gonna talk about his last performance. Then he gonna say Devin's performance was underwhelming as well. And I think they're gonna hype us into want to watch the fight.
That gets us every time though. Got us with Mayweather and Pacquiao.
And they're probably gonna get us again.
That was one of those dance around things too.
That was a snooze set.
Yeah, I definitely
what I'm saying?
I was telling somebody earlier, I was like, watching Devin Haney fight was like, it reminded me of the Floyd Mayweather and Pacquiao fight.
Yeah.
Because it was like, it was more about just dancing around the ring pretty much the whole time.
Yeah, that's what it was.
But with Devin, I think it's mental.
I mean, that's how he fights.
Yeah. No, I can't say that, because he does dance around them, but he does throw punches and he makes you pay. He did the same thing. He did the make you pay thing is what he left off. He didn't lead with his jab. Normally Devin is jab heavy. He didn't lead with the jab, come behind it, the 1-2, pivot. He didn't do a lot of those things.
Devin did a lot of hopping.
Yep.
It felt like he was on a run the whole fight.
Right. He moved up to 147. Jose Ramirez, I don't know if a lot of people know, but Jose Ramirez is not a slouch. And about 3, 4, maybe even 5 years ago, he was running 140. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? People don't know that. So I think he fought cautious. He wanted to get back there, make sure he had his legs with him, which he did. I didn't agree with the way he fought, but I get it a little bit. He wanted to get out there with the win, knock the dust off. Now, with Ryan Garcia, I'll say this. Ryan Garcia tricked a lot of us, in my opinion, with the fight with Devin. Devin played right into what Ryan wanted to do. Devin went toe-to-toe with a puncher, one of the dudes that has one of the best hooks in the game. Now, what shocked me about Rolly Romero is Rolly Romero has horrible fundamentals. His fundamentals are worse than Ryan's, in my opinion. But the way he held that left hand up when Ryan was trying to counter him with the hook was he had to work on that and count. A lot of people didn't see that. How many times you seen Ryan throw a hook in that fight? Not very many times.
Yeah, you couldn't get him to land.
Exactly. That's his number one punch. And the thing is, I'm gonna tell you another thing. When Rolly set Ryan Romero, when he set Ryan down in that second round, when he dropped him with the left hook and he hit him again going down, I think that the power, he felt like the power was real. So now the whole fight. So now I can't get my left hook off, and now I actually felt that you really do have power. Everybody say, but now I feel like you really got power. It changed the whole game plan, changed the whole thing. So Ryan, to me, is hit or miss when it comes to fight. I think a lot of it is mental. I think he has the tools. I think he lacks the fundamentals, and I don't think he works on the things that he needs to work on. Footwork, leaving his chin out, pulling straight back, all those things you taught at the very basics of boxing not to do.
So Conrad said money is tighter now, so I don't know about their fight. Even their trash talking is middle school playground.
Yeah. Now I gotta agree, bro.
Okay, I'm not sold on the fight, Conrad. I don't know if I'd be hyped to see it.
Yeah,
I just don't know that, because I know they can talk all the trash they want. With my eyes saw what my eyes saw, and I wasn't very impressed.
Yeah,
to see him say, "Yo, I can't wait for them to fight in September."
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I think isn't it when they fight September?
Nah, that's Canelo fighting.
That's
September.
Canelo. When did they do the fight? November then?
I don't know that.
Yeah,
I don't know if they put a date out.
I didn't know. I thought it was either September or November.
It could be.
Could be, but I'm not. You're
not sold on it. That's fair.
Yeah, not sold. Yeah.
No, that's fair. You felt like it's underwhelming. I will say this though.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah, I just like boxing lost, and I'm gonna tell you why. Every time, and I was telling Melvin this at work, every time that we have a card like this, it brings what? Casuals. And every time you let the casuals down with a lackluster performance, or the ref come in there and get a fight to somebody that he shouldn't have, and they scream robbery, every time you do that to boxing, it takes the casuals away and say, that's why I watch UFC. That's why I don't watch boxing. There's always something in the game that's not right. They give people fights. Yeah. They run around the ring, and that's it's like it's hurting the sport.
The only fight UFC ain't made is Ngannou and John Jones.
Yeah, right.
That's like the only fight that they missed on. That's because Ngannou went elsewhere.
Right.
As he should have.
Right.
I'm not mad at him.
But if a UFC fighter, hardcore fans say that.
Yeah, if he was still there, they would have been a fault by that.
Right.
Dana White would have got him to fight.
Right.
So, yeah.
And me as a hardcore boxing fan, I can't say nothing about it because boxing lets us down a lot.
It's a shame because you have more exciting cards when it's Jake Paul in them.
Yeah,
that's kind of
as wild
as bad as wild as it is to say, fam. Like
facts.
The facts are the facts. Like it's more exciting. They crashed Netflix behind fighting the old ass Mike Tyson, bro.
Right?
And the fights before that wasn't bad,
right? But truth be told, if boxing was doing what it was supposed to be doing, there would be no room for Jake Paul to even come in the game and steal the show.
I mean, the fact that he making
Tank
20,
was fighting Devin and Shakur was fighting T.O. and Boots was fighting Crawford, and Crawford was fighting, you know what I'm saying?
He about to fight Canelo,
but what I'm saying is all the top guys are mixing it up like it used to be in the 80s and 90s, in the 70s, it would be no room for an outsider to come in there because nobody really would take it serious. People are like, I don't take that, but you really wouldn't. We're like, I'm not watching that. I'm about to watch in another month. We got these guys. I'm saving my money for that. You know what I'm saying? But since they don't want to fight each other most of the time, that allows a guy like Jake Paul to come in and steal a show.
$40-50 million
every time. Every time.
Well, he might fight once
Easy
every
money.
2 years. He making that money. That's crazy.
Easy money, man.
So man, let's go ahead and kick it into these NBA playoffs, man. First thing on that one, Timberwolves eliminated the Lakers 4-1. Surprised?
No.
All right. All right.
Can't guard the perimeter. Been saying it on the podcast for forever. They can't guard the perimeter. And as soon as you go up against and Minnesota can guard the perimeter.
They can.
And your two best players happen to be perimeter players.
Right.
And you can't guard. I mean, we can pick Luka up 94 feet. Luka can't pick up nobody 10 feet.
Luka ain't gonna pick up nobody, bro.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Lakers need a big. But go ahead.
Yeah. Well, so the game is the game. It happened. I'm gonna ask you this question. I'm gonna go this way with this series. Where does the Lakers realistically, where do they go from here?
They got to get a big. They're not getting rid of Luka. He got opt out. He don't have to sign the extension. They're not gonna get rid of AR unless they're gonna trade for he's gonna be in a package for another superstar.
Okay.
So they're not getting rid of AR. So the only thing you can do, because you know your perimeter is gonna be weak, you get a big in the back line to try to
get the boards for you.
Yeah, get the boards and block the rim because you know they getting blown past. Them getting blown past. And sometimes you can say, all right, well, Luka give you so much offensively, and it's a load, especially with him having old ass LeBron, and then nobody else, just a bunch of scrubs. I ain't gonna call them scrubs, but the guys that ain't averaging 10 points a game on the floor with you.
Would you rather Luka give you less and be a serviceable defender?
Yes.
On the offensive end.
Yes, because I think he can go 25-12 and give me defense instead of going 30.
I would take that.
I think he can go 25. I think he can give me 25, 12, and maybe 7 or 8 rebounds and give me serviceable defense instead of going 30, 10, and 10.
Right. Because I think that Reeves at this point, this is time for him to take even more of a role.
He's got to take he's got to take more off. But he tried. He just was being defended by guys that were long. It was a bad matchup.
I get it, and this is where he need to get in the lab.
And LeBron is old.
I want LeBron to be third in taking shots this year. This year coming up, I want him to take less shots. I want him to be third in that category.
I feel like it's a need at this point because we actually saw LeBron gas.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's one of those things where if you are a super Bron fan, right? Yeah. This is the first time you actually got to see that he's human.
Oh yeah.
And I feel like that's
for sure.
So to your point, he should definitely be further down the totem pole as far as leading scorer.
Yeah, when it comes to take, I'm not talking about him. I'm talking about him taking. I think it should be Luka, Reeves, and then Bron. But the thing is, Bron's so crafty, you don't never have to worry about him on the scoring end. He'll get his no matter what. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But I want him to take less shots because I want him. I've seen that he can give me something still on the defensive end. But if you don't lighten the load on offense, he won't be able to give you nothing. You know what I'm saying? So Conrad says Lakers need help down low. Luka will end up back in Dallas as he can still get a gigantic contract with AD in addition, doable for Luka once he gets out of his feelings. Now, I mean, he in his feelings because the way they treated him, man, I can't see him going back, bro.
Yeah, I can't see
I don't see that.
Man. I mean, that's wishful thinking, bro.
I don't see it, man. They did him dirty, bro.
There's also some things that developmental wise. I think I spoke on this last week with LeBron. That's showing his old age. Yeah, because he can't blow by people and just knock them out of the way. We saw with Julius Randle because he did not develop their mid-range jumper, and he doesn't like to take them. We saw that being a hamper. So now you're just a 2-level scorer. They can check you at the 3, and now you're not beating people to the spot.
Right.
When you're taking off trying to get to the rack.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I mean, I don't know, man. I think it needs to be some changes. Will Bron hang it up without doing the farewell tour? I doubt it.
I doubt it.
Bron he's an attention.
He's an attention.
Yeah. He has to have the attention. So he's definitely going.
He's definitely going to do a farewell tour.
I was ready to pack him and his son up.
Plus, if I'm Genie and he just retire on me like that, I'm pissed. I'm like, Bron, you do know that we can increase all the ticket sale by 20% if you do a farewell tour. Every Laker game, 41 damn Laker games can be increased. You think them Laker tickets high now? 20% 20%.
And
Every
as soon as
every
he
home
home,
game.
I'm gonna get his son off
Yeah.
the roster. He holding the spot for.
I'll be like, Bron, you just cost us.
Hostage.
You just cost us an extra $100 million. You can't retire now. Farewell tour.
You got to.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he said he doesn't like. Conrad said he doesn't like being the blame in LA. Everybody in their mama blame Luka and his defense for the loss. No, that's a fact. But they didn't talk about how Bron went scoreless.
Yeah, you got to talk about it.
They didn't talk about that. How he was absolute. Bron was gas too.
It was.
So,
It definitely was.
We gonna talk about him not being in shape.
Yeah.
Him not being ready.
Got to.
They act like Luka was the only one. Go ahead.
It won't just Luka,
it
bro.
won't.
Like I said, you saw that he was actually human this
Facts.
time around. Let's get into the Nuggets versus the Clippers. The Nuggets eliminated the Clippers last game, 120-101 in Game 7. What y'all take on that series?
James Harden, bro.
Yeah.
James Harden had like 7 points, B.
Yeah.
Like he turned into what we always know. It killed all that noise about him being better than D Wade and all that. Like, stop it right now. Don't even mention mention his name with D Wade. It's disrespectful.
Yeah.
And God rest his soul. Don't ever in your life put him nowhere near Kobe.
Nah.
He shouldn't be. He can't even. In my opinion, he can't hold D Wade jockstrap.
Nah.
He can't even tie D Wade's shoes.
Nah. No energy, man. I was fairly shocked on how how flat the Clippers came out. Being a veteran team,
they came out flat.
They came out flat in the Game 7, which shocked me.
Also, they did some stupid-ish too.
What?
They doubled Jokic and then left everybody else open.
I think we should.
Hey, bro, I know them niggas can't. I know everybody ain't a 40% shooter, but they still in the NBA.
Right.
Like they not scrubs, bro.
Right. They're not just going.
They not scrubs, dog. You can't.
Come on now.
Even Westbrook get 2 out of 4.
Yep.
Yeah. I definitely think. I want to see Zubac. I think Zubac has another level to his game
They can get you.
that he can get to. I really do. I see Zubac getting to another level.
The thing, they don't use him though.
But that's what I was getting to. I was about to say it. For him to be able to get to that level, I think you have to feed him and let him develop. And I don't think they allow him to do that. Yeah.
I don't think they're not
gonna allow Zubac to do that.
So because if the thing is with that team, I don't think they need a lot. But the thing is, if he was to take another step, I think they could be serviceable. They don't need another, because the thing is, they need less than what the Lakers do.
Right.
I think they're more of a complete team than even the Lakers as of currently constructed.
Yeah.
But
you talking about the Clippers, right?
Yeah, the
they
Clippers.
are more of a complete
That's
team.
what I'm saying.
And honestly, I thought I had picked the Clippers. Remember, I thought Clippers was going to beat the Nuggets because I was like, yo, they got a lot. And then the Nuggets don't have a bench.
Yep.
Right. I had no idea Tyronn Lue was going to do that dumb shit.
Yeah.
But like, he will come out and be like, hey, we're not going to take nobody else. We're going to just double this guy.
Yeah.
And for him still to get a double-double.
Yep.
And it's just, I don't know what was the point.
What was the point?
You know?
Yeah.
That's one of those situations where if that one guy is going to give you these numbers anyway, then you just make sure you guard everybody else.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they weren't.
All right.
Like they looked at the Brown kid. They looked at him. They just looked at him take a three.
Chris Brown.
To be so the rotations were slow.
Yeah,
it just was like they were stuck in the mud, man. And you can't start a game 7 like that.
It was kind of a shame to call it basketball at one point.
Right. I gotta agree with you.
That boy Chris Brown, nice. I like Chris Brown as a role player over there.
Is his name Chris Brown?
Mm-hmm. That's how it's pronounced.
Oh,
yeah.
I thought it was Brown.
Yeah. But
D-Lo Brown.
Shout out to the Nuggets. They moving on, man.
They on their way.
They moving on now.
But they got a tough task ahead of them.
Yeah.
So
that's
before we talk about the upcoming ones, let's get into this Cavs versus Pacers.
Oh.
Boy, that was pissing me off during the whole time we was watching it. I kept texting. I was like, why don't they throw the ball inside?
Yeah.
And a telltale sign is they're not starting the ball because Evan Mobley was stopping at the 3-point line on the offensive end. Mm-hmm. He wasn't even trying to go down low.
Yep.
And he knows some guy, and then he clanking, and then they get a long rebound, and then out to the races, which is what Indiana want to do anyway. It's like that doesn't help you. So the coach, what's the coach name? He got to make some daggone changes, bro.
Yeah.
play inside out. Slow the pace down. Play in the half court. You got 2 bigs. Use them.
Yeah. One
on the defensive player of the year.
Yeah. The thing is, like you saying, going inside out will avoid, so many of the long balls, which allows them to rebound and catch it. And the thing that I like what the Pacers are doing, the ball is not sticking. It's 2 passes up, and we getting a lay. Or if they can't, if they can't get a lay, they pulling it back out and they're running they're not a half court team. The thing is, we shouldn't keep getting beat back from fast point. I would like to see a break, and I should have pulled this up. I would like to see a breakdown of fast break points and points scored in the half court, because I can guarantee you it's probably like 70-30. Because a lot of the reason that they got up in the first place is transition points. You knew they was going to do that. And I read a report earlier today saying that the Cavs had already been eyeing the Pacers because of the transition. So you knew it was coming. And to me, I got to blame a lot of coaching. To not be ready is kind of sad, bro. You know what I'm saying?
And after you being the team that had the most rest too.
Right.
You should have dog walked them.
Right.
You know what I mean? It should have been inside, like you were saying. Should have been inside out. Let's play in the half court. The issue is that sometimes you got 2 guards out there that want to play, but they running along with 2 bigs. Yeah. The reason why y'all win as many games, dog, just get in there, throw the ball inside.
Yeah.
Let them come double.
Play half
open
court.
Up for a 3.
Play half court.
That's basketball 101.
Play half court.
I didn't know Halliburton was that strong, though. I seen him zip a pass.
Bro.
From one side of the court to the other, and I'm like, holy shit, this guy's strong. This guy's really strong.
If you know, but I will say, and not to diss the Pacers, even though they look good, I don't see them being able to hoist the trophy playing this style.
I'm gonna tell you
I don't see that.
I'm gonna tell you this though: if teams try to play with them in the style that they playing, they're gonna beat them.
Oh yeah.
Mind you, every team that we know that lost like that lost to somebody playing the opposite style.
Right. So, that's what you have to do.
Yeah.
I just don't understand how they weren't prepared. That's the only thing that's throwing. Now I get Darius Garland was not playing. I didn't know he wasn't playing until I was turned on, because I came in the house a little bit late. I didn't know he wasn't playing. When I found out he wasn't playing, it kind of changed the whole dynamics of what they do. Spider had 30, but the boy took damn near 30 shots,
which is not good.
And so that's not sufficient. Yeah. So where else you gonna get your scoring from?
Right. Well, he didn't get nobody else a chance to score.
Right. That's true. Sure. Yeah, chunking it up like that.
Conrad said Pacers playing with house money as anything they do is an improvement over years ago. That's true.
Nah, that's true.
That's true.
They keep getting better and better and better.
They keep getting better and better.
The thing is though, Conrad, and I like the way they play. I don't see. I even addressed the question to them. What's the last time you seen a team play that fast with a chip? It doesn't happen. It doesn't happen. It doesn't happen. The last time the only team, they don't even play like them. Yeah, I don't remember a team.
No, the Warriors play that way. But they play defense.
They play defense and they shoot it a lot more. Pacers don't shoot like that. Yeah. They don't even have shooters like that. And they don't have no bench like
they
the
were
Warriors.
Knocking down some threes last night.
Yeah, they was, but they don't. Them dudes had all-time great shooters. That's a whole different. We talking about historically great, and then you had a historically great scorer, like one of the best scorers ever. So they ain't got that.
So upcoming series, Thunder versus the Nuggets. Who wins that series?
I'm going Thunder.
Let me take this down.
I don't think I'm going Thunder in 6. I think Yoke, it might be 7 because Yoke ain't gonna let him go out like that.
Some weird reason.
It might be 7, but I'm going with the Thunder.
Yeah,
because the way that they defend, bro, and not the defense, they got a bench too, and those 9 Yoke minutes are what I always worry about when it comes to the Nuggets. Is when he's not on the floor, what does the offense look like?
Right.
It just happened to be good last night. The other night when Michael Porter Jr. was also hitting shots.
Yeah.
But we know that.
Which ain't, yeah, that's
we
not,
know that.
That's not consistent.
If you're going to bet on that,
yeah,
you finna lose some money.
Yeah, no, I agree. Conrad, I got it. They
Okay.
better give a trophy to Halle Daddy if they win. He done shook the opponents with his bone crusher imitation on Giannis.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to go with my first pick. Do I think I'm gonna be right? Possibly not. But I did say before the playoffs started, if they ran into Denver, this was pre-firing Mike Malone though. This was before that.
Mhm.
But I'm gonna stick with my pick. I'm gonna go with Denver in 7. They can defend all 5 positions well. They have the size. I ain't worried about their bench, and I ain't worried about non-Jokic minutes.
Yeah.
That's the thing that gives me a little hesitation.
Can I give you another one?
What's
That's
that?
gonna give you some hesitation.
What's that?
They can throw 2 bigs at Yoke.
They can.
They got 2.
They can.
Harden
They
side. I
can.
mean, they probably can play them together on
They
the
can.
floor at the same
Yep.
time
Yep.
because Chet can shoot.
Yep.
So
and it
that's
brings
what- yeah.
well, he ain't playing no defense. I'm about to say bring Yoke out, but it don't matter if he ain't. He ain't like
he
no
ain't- he ain't
defender anyway. But yeah, but
I mean, he was 3rd in steals though.
yeah, but playing the passing lane,
That's defense.
yeah. But yeah,
I think
it's kind of
Thunder-
like it's like the chase down block conversation.
Brother, what they said LeBron would play years. They
It's
said
my-
he'll play defense for years because he would get those.
Hey, Steph was getting steals in the open floor. Steph
Yeah.
ain't never been a good defender.
Until last night. Did you watch him last night?
Yeah, last night.
Last night.
What-
And, well, matter of fact, the whole series.
Yeah,
Boy been locked down.
it took him 15 goddamn years.
Like, hey, all of it. I know what.
Still made time.
They didn't Luka him. They didn't LeBron him.
That's
either.
true.
I saw them boys going at the LeBron too.
Right.
Like I used to get.
Yeah, but I got a lot of reserves on Denver. But I'm gonna stay with my pick. I'm gonna stay with Denver in 7.
I think Thunder in 6.
I'm in
I
6.
think it's a good series. But I feel like the Thunder have that little extra oomph that's gonna get them over. It's gonna get them over. And I feel like, of course, SGA is SGA, but
But he didn't even play well last series, and they still won. They smoked them boys.
right. So imagine if he does play well this series.
That's what I'm saying.
That's dangerous.
Them not again, like Grayson I said, them non-yoke minutes.
They really gonna mean something. Then-
What's
Then we got the Celtics versus the Knicks. Who y'all taking?
Oh, the Celtics. I would say in 5, but
6.
they haven't been healthy. This last series they've had multiple guys out, so I don't know what
Is
the hell.
Drew back?
Is Drew back? That's what I want to know.
That I'm not sure. I had to
because
check.
that's going to determine my number where I pick 6 or 7. Because
Yes.
I think Bronson has proven he's good enough.
Yes.
Yeah, he good
So
enough.
He's good enough. To
Drew
get-
Holiday, it says right here, according to basketnews.com and Boston.com, Drew Holiday returns for Celtics ahead of game 1.
Oh well, 6.
They're in
Then
trouble.
I will go 6. Yeah, I will
Yeah,
go 6.
they're in trouble. What you had him in 7?
If Drew on there,
Yeah.
I'm going Celtics in 7.
Oh, so okay.
I was
You
going
gave me
Celtics in
okay,
7.
okay,
Yeah, but
okay.
I'm going to go Celtics
You
in
gonna get
6
6
now.
with Drew? Yeah, I got you.
With Drew, because then again, I don't know, because the Thompson kid, he was defending boy pretty well.
Yeah,
He did a great job.
he did.
He made him take, what was it, 32 shots to hit 30 points. So,
He did.
That's
I think the Celtics are
Yeah,
like
still,
that nightmare matchup. Because they was walking the
I
dog.
feel like
They
but
was walking the dog on the Knicks during the regular
they
season.
were.
bro.
They beat the brakes off him. I just feel like there's some things that Cat can take advantage of that
Yeah.
he's not going to.
He
And OG Anunoby has let me down. OG Anunoby and Miles Bridges. If y'all want to beat the Celtics, y'all got to come to play.
Yeah,
You got to come. You got to stick y'all two boys that are the defenders, the wing defenders. They basically, if you look at their 5, they set up to beat the Celtics.
yeah.
Yeah, they are.
Eugene.
And OG Anunoby and freaking Miles Bridges gotta lock in and play, but then they're not getting in the offense. Man.
Yeah, Eugene Chris said Knicks upset Boston. I don't see that.
But Eugene, why though, bro?
Yeah, why do you feel like they
Yeah, why do you
upset them?
feel-
Like,
why-
what,
yeah, why do you feel?
what do you? Yeah, I don't see it, man. But anything can happen. But yeah, I got Boston in 6. I just think that their bench to me have a better bench. They're more defensively sound. They make less mistakes. They got the championship pedigree.
Fast.
Who you think to win the battle of the boards?
Josh Hart.
He is a
Yeah,
rebounding
Josh,
fool.
He is. At 6,
Josh Hart.
He is
At
a rebounding
6'6".
fool.
He's
at
6'6".
6'6".
He's
He
6'6".
is
I
a
thought he was
read.
6'4".
Nah, he's 6'6".
Whatever he is, he a damn
He be
shooting
getting
guard
it,
at
though.
best.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that could play a big part, man. When you get to the playoffs, the small, minute things, obviously, we all know plays a big part. But yeah, I'm gonna go with go with the Celtics.
6'4".
He's
6'4"?
6'4".
Okay.
Which is
Yeah,
crazy.
He'll rebound the
That's
fool,
crazy
man.
for a 6'4".
He'll rebound the fool. Well, you know, Jason Kidd used to rebound like that. He was 6'4".
Yeah.
Jason Kidd was
Yeah,
a hell of a rebound. He
he
was a
was.
damn point guard.
Westbrook
Yeah,
does.
yeah.
Westbrook did
Yeah.
get like 10,
Yeah.
double-digit rebounds.
Yeah.
That's true.
Rebound is almost
feel-
like defense. It's about
I
effort.
feel
Effort
like
and position.
I feel like Jason Kidd was a little bit more impressive though.
Oh yeah.
Then
Westbrook.
Because he used to, because he had to go up against two bigs
Yeah, no.
to get those rebounds.
Yeah.
At
That's
the
a
time
fact.
That was bound there.
We all feel
and
like,
Josh Hart were getting the ones that they bounced it off and taking a whole
Yeah.
lot of threes. So
and I'm
Kid-
still not
Kid was in the
convinced.
trenches.
Jimmy Kidd,
And I'm not
Kidd was in
convinced.
He was in the
threes.
trenches.
Steven Adams didn't let that man get them boards over there.
Man,
there's that.
That's another.
There's that conspiracy.
Yeah.
Um,
He'll never admit it.
and last, man, Timberwolves versus the Warriors.
Oh, we didn't even talk about the Warriors versus Houston.
We didn't even talk about it.
Let's talk about
Go
it.
ahead,
Yeah.
talk about that
Let's
first
talk
before we
about
get
it.
into this next
Yeah.
series.
What you got, man?
The Rockets are missing that guy that can give you 30.
They're missing a superstar.
They missing a superstar.
Yep.
They need a guy that can give you 30, and that's like his job, like to get you points. They're
Yeah.
missing a Donovan Mitchell. They're missing a Anthony Edwards. They're missing a KD, a Steph Curry, a Jimmy Butler, a Jokic, a
Luka
SGA,
for that matter.
a Luka.
Yep.
Like these, like all the other teams that like they advanced. Think about it now. All
They
them
give
other
you
teams
buckets.
got who's the squad that's advanced that can't they ain't got nobody that can give you 30. Knicks got Brunson and Cat.
Yeah, facts.
True.
You got Halliburton to give you 25 and 12 on his good night.
Yeah.
No, on a bad night. Sorry.
You got Darius Garland that'll go off.
Yeah, there's Garland
Cavs.
and you got Shoot 'em Up Spider.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You got SGA. You got
Mhm.
Anthony Edwards.
Yep.
Every team you got Steph. Every team that plays defense like that. Oh, also you can't just make 6 threes and think you're gonna beat the Warriors or any NBA team
Or any,
Right.
or any
except-
NBA team
except the Hornets
the Hornets maybe
and the Wizards.
and Pelicans.
Yeah.
And Pelicans
And
probably. too.
maybe the
They
Pelicans.
suck.
Yeah.
They suck.
Conrad say Knicks may actually shock people. They could. I'm not
They could,
saying it's
yeah,
out
they
of the
could.
realm of
It's not out of the
possibility.
realm.
It's
They,
definitely-
like I said,
I'm just-
they set up to beat them.
Yeah.
But-
I'm just
yeah,
I don't
thought-
see it.
But back to Houston Rockets, and I thought Steph played some crazy defense. Best I ever. They was hunting them. They was hunting them last night.
Yeah.
And he wouldn't. He would not. He refused to be hunted.
Yeah.
They was hunting him. He played some great defense, bro. So, and I think he had to play that. And then not only that, it's the totality of the game too, because he had like 9 rebounds, 7 assists, something like that as
Yeah.
well. Like along with the 20 points, and he got those 20 points in the second half when he started to shake loose. And I saw him hit one of them crazy threes, and I'm like, he's going to cook y'all now.
Yeah.
The chef is in the kitchen. He won't there at the first half, but
Yeah.
the chef really clocked in. So moving on to the Warriors. Oh,
Hold on.
Go ahead, bro.
Jalen Green, I was wrong about Jalen Green.
Yeah.
I was wrong about him because you brought up the fact that he might be moved in the offseason. I tell you, that was ludicrous. I'm like, no. But from what I've been hearing on ESPN, with the 2 picks they got, Stephen A brought up with the 2 picks they got from the Phoenix Suns paired with Jalen Green, they saying that might be enough to go get a KD, which I thought that they would move off on Jalen Green. But this series right here kind of
He
put
had
himself in the mix to be traded,
one good
to
game.
be moved. Yeah.
Yeah, he had
And
one
you,
good
and you can't,
He had one good game.
Yeah.
If you're gonna be the future, you can't do that.
you can't do that.
Me and Mo
We're
were
not
talking
showing
that.
promise.
But remember, I had been saying I would
Right.
I would trade him in a couple picks to get
Right.
KD.
And I was
Because
saying
that's all they need.
that's crazy. But I mean, that could be a move for them to move. That could be. That could be.
And then me and Mo were talking KD and Amen Thompson together. Would
Think
be a
about
crazy
that.
combo.
Because man,
Because
Thompson,
Amen is
he can go out 1 through 4.
a great defender.
Yeah, he's a great defender.
And then you got that pesky ass Dylan Brooks over there.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
On
We
mosquito.
give
jump.
Dylan Brooks a lot of flack,
He's
but
pesky.
he's good. He fits over there.
He does what he's supposed to do.
Yeah, he fits over there.
He tried to be Draymond.
Yeah,
Conrad says
Boston is hurt with various guys missing time in these playoffs.
a fact.
yeah. Nah, that's
Fact.
true. That's what I said
6.
earlier. Yeah.
That's why I'm going 6.
Yeah.
I still think they beat him
Yeah.
because I can't trust Cat for some reason. Can y'all trust Cat?
I trust him in New York.
He been hooping, bro.
I
He
trust
has
him in
been
New York. I trust him in New
But
York,
he
bro.
been hooping all year since he been in New York.
Yeah, I
They can
trust him
pull
in New
it.
York.
They can pull it 30
All
foot
right, so then I'm
step
gonna say-
backs.
Yeah, he damn so did. That shit was crazy. He did it twice. Yeah, that was crazy.
You
son.
know, I
30
trust Cat
foot
in New
step
York,
backs.
bro.
They're
Yeah.
cotton, bro.
If it was still Cat from Timberwolves, I'd be like, nah.
I
But
still,
in New York, he a different
I
beast.
still
Man.
don't trust him like that because
Man, a different beast over there.
he had all year. But I ain't gonna say this. No, let me say I'm not gonna say it then. Yeah, I trust him because when they was getting smoked by Boston, it wasn't because he played bad.
Exactly.
It wasn't necessarily him. Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay. And I think Porzingis gonna be out before we know it. Like he's healthy right now.
Always
He's got like 3 more games before he's out.
This could be Porzingis' last run with the Celtics.
They not. I wouldn't pay him.
no.
Yeah, I think he
I
does.
too much, man.
pay old ass Al.
I
For
think
real? Yeah, I would. Yeah, you got to be out.
But he adds such a different dynamic, being 7 foot shooting the 3 and can block the.
you can't. But with the new bargaining agreement, they you can't.
Can't
Remember,
pay-
you were saying
can't
you
keep
can't have more than
Yeah, can't
2 superstars. It won't allow you. The salary cap won't allow you to do that. no
I
more.
don't think he's a superstar though.
Yeah, but okay, all star. Well, pay
I don't gonna say I don't think
because
he's
you got your 2 stars and then you got Drew.
Ain't that 600,000?
Right, you can't have Porzingis too.
Yeah,
You ain't
that
gonna
is
be
a
can't
bit
have
much.
everybody.
That is a bit much.
Right.
600,000.
Right, you can't do that.
I think with
So-
Drew getting like 30 something, right?
600 million. My bad. I said 600,000. Don't let me play y'all cheap.
If the Timberwolves had to move off Cat and all they got right now is for a superstar is Anthony Edwards, ain't no way Boston can pay
Nah, that's a
all
fact.
them
Porzingis
boys.
and
That's
all
a
that.
fact.
Yeah.
Yeah, all they got, the highest paid dude they got is Anthony Edwards.
That's a fact.
Nas Reed ain't even get paid yet. He might be gone in the summer, and you still got to get rid of Cat. So I mean, Rudy getting paid, but not But yeah.
So
Shout out to Rudy too, man, for that game he had. Shout out to Rudy.
Yeah,
Boy about to choke you out though.
Yeah, you about to get choked.
Boy about to
So,
choke you out.
Who y'all taking? The Warriors and the Wolves. Who y'all taking?
Wolves.
I'm taking Golden State.
I'm going to Golden State.
I'm going to Golden State.
Cool. I just think that they struggled with the size of Houston, and Houston was missing the guy that can give you 40.
Right.
Wolves ain't missing that.
Right.
So that's my take on it. I feel like they're gonna defend just as well, if not better. They've got bigger interior with Rudy and Randall. Well, just about the same size, I think.
Around the
So I
big
think
body though.
that's a big body dude.
Mm.
So I think that's my thing. I think that they get them in about 6, if not 7. But,
Before you continue, Conrad said Cat trying to change the perspective on his sweetness or lack thereof. He manning up now.
Yeah.
Nah, that's a fact.
Hey,
Because
that's a different. Hey, Cat is showing who he really is.
Sounding
in New
like
York,
a
boy.
Kit Kat sometimes.
Hey, Cat will swing on you now though.
Oh yeah.
Don't get it twisted.
Yeah,
I know
he
he
was Draymond
got
now.
I know he got that little voice.
Yeah.
But I tell you this: if Draymond try to choke Cat, he gonna swing on it.
He gonna
I hope
swing on-
Draymond try to choke.
If you ever try like he did,
Yeah,
like it,
he-
yeah,
like he
yeah,
earned
he nah, they ain't happening. But yeah, I got I got the Warriors, man. I hope they don't make me look crazy, but I'm gonna roll with the Warriors. I
Golden
know
State
they
is
gonna
6.
get their ass killed on the boards. I know that,
Yeah.
and that's they already in a rebounding deficit already.
But
So,
it's just you don't have. It's just the Rockets didn't have anybody to make them pay on the other end. Jalen Green was clanking every damn thing. So, but we know Ant built different. He's
Ant
out the
is a
blood,
different
bro.
monster.
My boy Cisco say
Yeah.
Cat gonna scratch it. Nah, Cat was swinging on that beat ass. Shit.
Yes, we
I
gonna
don't know
do
how
it.
many connected, but he was throwing them.
Yeah, he
he
definitely
was trying to
throwing
drop
them
one of them bombs on it.
Hey,
Shit.
Cat gonna scratch him. It's funny as hell, boy. That's funny. Conrad said Wolves gonna take this one.
I agree.
Yeah, man.
You got the Wolves?
I think it's just gonna be a great series, but I'm still
Yeah,
taking
but-
Golden
Yeah,
State
I got Warriors, man. I got the Warriors too. Just gonna say he got the Warriors. I got the Warriors, man. I got the Warriors. I think
Yeah, you
Jimmy.
would. Don't let
I-
that light skinned man get to the finals.
I think Jimmy this where Jimmy gonna shine. And I know he a little hurt. I get that. He a little banged up. I get it.
He always hurt in the playoffs.
Nah.
Jimmy is always hurt in the playoffs.
No,
not really, bro.
Nah, he just got hurt. No,
Yeah,
last couple times
he been pretty healthy.
Jimmy
When
has
he
been
took-
hurt
Last time
every
he
playoff,
was. Nah, bro, you can't.
Nah.
Last year he was hurt.
Yeah, last year he was.
But we can't. You
But
can't
the
do it
years
every
when he
time,
was
bro.
dragging the Heat to the finals, he was not hurt.
Yeah, he was doing his thing. Last year
40,
he was
50
hurt.
points.
You right.
last year.
Lately, he been hurt. You
But
right.
last
few
year, that's
years.
1 year.
Lately, yeah.
That's 1 year out of.
last few years,
No,
bro. Even in the
bro.
bubble, he wasn't hurt as far as
He
being
was
out
not
of
hurt.
the game.
He drugged them guys
Listen.
all the way to the
I'm not
finals.
saying. I'm saying as far as he wasn't out of the game, but Jimmy be banged up every year, bro. Even in the bubble, I remember him doing an interview and that man walked off hobbling.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He's always hurting in the playoffs. Now he did miss
I just
a
don't
couple,
think.
but
I don't know.
I
if
think he got it,
anybody's completely healthy in the playoffs. That's a lot of games.
It is a lot of games in a little bit of time. But yeah, Jimmy, I mean, I'm excited to see. I hope he do his thing over there and go to state.
Wolves in 6. Let's go. Let's go. AE.
Go to state in 6.
I'm trying, y'all. Gobert is going to show it wasn't a fluke, and Wolves.
Oh, it was
got great
definitely a
defenders.
fluke.
Nah, you tripping.
Draymond gonna be
You
down there.
tripping,
It's definitely a
Conrad.
fluke.
Yeah, that was
it was
definitely a fluke.
27
points and 20-something rebounds.
24
When the hell
rebounds.
he done that
Come
the
on,
whole
man.
year? What he done that?
Because they was getting all dump
Man.
offs, bro. Draymond gonna be down there. Big
Hey,
Draymond gonna
hey, Conrad, put me 2 moves in the chat that Gobert good at. Give me 2 moves that he can do.
getting choked
Two.
and flopping.
No, give me 2 moves, man. Come on, man. He ain't got no over the shoulder. He ain't got no shimmy or nothing, man. He ain't,
bro.
he ain't got no jab, pull up midi. He ain't got nothing.
Let's put it like this, yo.
He got that bag on zero.
He ain't got nothing.
Post control. And we was looking at 2K post control. Zero.
Man, look, bro.
Man, that one game, bro. Okay, so look, if you want to do that, look at the last 4 before that one, right? His point total. Game 1, 2. Game 2, 6 points. Game 3, 1. Game 4, 5 points, and then he had that all-star game of 27.
You talking
So
about
he
Gobert?
doesn't.
Oh, you ain't need to read that, dog. You
Yeah.
was good. Like,
You
what?
talking about a cat? That's a cat that don't even average 10 points a game.
Yeah, you.
That was a fluke, bro.
Yeah, bro. You.
We know that was a
Yeah,
fluke,
man. You just burnt up some of your data, bro. We was good on that one.
Bro,
But appreciate
Wanted
you
to
though.
put it out there. in case
Yeah,
anybody
we
else
know it was a
thinking,
fluke.
Like, oh, that man about to do something crazy.
bro, use the unlimited data. He ain't had to.
That boy don't got no moves. Been in the league how long?
Conrad
8,
said-
9 years, 10 years, whatever.
Height
it is.
and height beats age all day.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I can see Golden State. I can see Golden State blitzing Ant and not letting him score and do his thing.
Okay. To your point, right, comrade? Draymond is like 6'7", and he choked that big 7-1 out.
Yeah, he did.
Jumped that tree.
Yeah.
He jumped that
just
tree.
saying.
He jumped that tree and jumped at it.
Yeah.
So everybody, if you haven't already, if you're here on this live, please make sure that you like this live. Make sure you share it, and also make sure that you follow the pages as well. Make sure you follow us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube, and be on the lookout for all upcoming events. We are definitely going to get into putting on for the city, and for just our area for the youth as we've been doing. Anything y'all want to add before we wrap this up?
First of all, let's just address these 2 real quick. He said, "Is it more than Draymond scores?" Yeah, that time, yeah,
That's even.
yeah, that time they averaged probably damn same,
They
or
probably
close
it
to
was
it.
about 8
Okay,
points
now
a
one
game.
and Draymond's shooting is horrible,
It's
bro.
it's
That boy
atrocious.
can't throw a rock in the ocean.
I was like, bro, you don't work out with stuff at all. Like,
Rudy and Cisco say Rudy is the best defender in the league the league ever seen. Not on the perimeter. That boy, he be dancing out there.
sometimes he almost unplayable in the fourth
Big
quarter
ass
when he
giraffe.
goes,
Yeah. Man, he
I
be
got
getting
one.
chopped up. He can roll. Bring him over here, man.
I got one last
Yeah,
thing. to say.
come on, man.
Trade Bron and his son.
I knew you was about to say that.
Trade Brian.
Yep.
Nah,
You know, I've been trying to get rid of Bron for like the last 3
nah.
years.
If you trade,
I've been trying to get rid of Bron and AD. I finally got rid of AD.
If you trade Brian,
Yeah.
then you wouldn't be a savvy businessman because Brian about to have a farewell tour that's gonna make the Lakers a ton of money, bro.
Yeah.
I
So
don't
just on the
care
business side, you
about
don't.
that
Okay,
money.
all right.
Bro, we
Okay.
don't got no picks until
It
2029.
don't matter. It don't. You
What
do
are you
not.
talking about?
Mon, you do not take yourself out of a Brian farewell tour, bro. I'm sorry. You don't do it. I know you want to get rid of him, but you don't do that.
As an owner, no, that's a
Hell no. I'll be like, no
As an
way.
owner, no, you
No,
get
sir.
rid of him.
Nah.
Too
we
much
ain't
money
doing it.
involved.
Hell yeah.
Let me
So-
call Palinka. Man.
I told you every ticket is gonna go up about 20%. I'm trying to tell you. Every
Conrad,
Laker ticket.
Conrad said that was the Baguette version the baguette version of Rudy. The Terrors have changed Rudy into a whole bagel now.
Yeah. Hey, Terrence ain't playing, is it?
Hey, that's a wild one, boy.
Hey, man.
But look, we appreciate y'all as always for being part of this conversation. Again, make sure you check us out every Monday, 6 p.m., 26 and 6:15 p.m.
Yeah.
And again, like this live, follow our pages, subscribe, all of that. Until next time, Crunch Time out.
Crunch Time out.
Hey, hey, crunch time, hey, crunch time.